Naomi Ekperigin is my co-host today.
Oh, and blessed to be back, honey.
Carriage House sweetheart, MVP, absolutely the most in-demand and demanded guest host we have ever had. Poor Jessica St. Clair, poor Jason Mantzoukas. People love Naomi Ekperigin.
I am
Have we ever had
honored.
another one? Garode Farrelly.
Yeah.
Farrelly. I always say it wrong. I say Farrelly. It's Farrelly. Garode Farrelly was my co-host on Patreon. He'll be joining us on the free feed in the upcoming weeks, but he has never been a free feed co-host. So
Wow, this is a true honor.
Put that in your pipe, as they say.
It's so good to be back.
How are you today, dear? Hot off the success of your David Letterman special, I don't mind telling people.
Thank you so much.
This Is My Time, where you got to sit down with, do you know what I would do to sit down with David Letterman? My only fear is I'd sit on his lap. I know that's not very politically correct, but it could happen.
I mean, I did want to hold his hand because we were like across from each other. And I just like wanted to like hold hands and just be like, David, you know, because it was like, when else in life? When else
Are you going to be on a date with David Letterman?
Exactly.
Does he we talked a little bit about this on the Patreon, but I need to know if chatting with David Letterman feels fun. You know, when you're having a great conversation with someone, you are sort of haphazardly seated next to someone at a dinner party.
Yes.
You expect nothing and you think, that's a fun conversation. Probably how it feels to talk to me, I would imagine. It's fun.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I will tell you this. You know what I found? He seems to me, he's a genuinely curious person.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely, you think of anyone, a longtime comedian, it's maybe like goofs, but he was really genuine and earnest. Like, for instance, I said to him at one point, I was like, we're just going to be two gals having a kiki. Yes, that's what I said, Ronna.
Does he know what a kiki is?
He goes, what is that? He's like, what is a kiki? And then I was like, like a chit chat, a little gossip. And he was like, did you make that word up? And I was like, no. And he's like, where did it come from? He like became very fascinated by the word itself, which to me is a perfect example of where he's coming from. It's like, break it down for me.
Do we know how he's spending his time?
We do not. We absolutely do not.
Got plenty of it.
Honey, he's like on his property with his two giant dogs.
Yeah.
And I think he is just...
Do you know what kind of dogs he has? Did he tell you?
I don't know the breed, but he said they were like 90 pounds. So it's like, what are they?
Like a Mastiff? Was there any... Mastiff's probably bigger than that. Were there any secrets that you thought you learned that you thought, I'm going to remember to tell people David Letterman drinks Diet Coke, only Diet Coke, or whatever it is?
I could not get anything. I was like in the dressing room looking for clues.
Was he wearing jeans and sneakers?
Jeans. He was giving us jeans and a tee. He was giving me almost like fit Vermont dad energy, right?
Where did you record this?
The Fonda Theater in Hollywood.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So it was
never been.
I'd never been either, and like so many places in LA, I thought it was like shut down because it just
every time you drive by that place, you think there couldn't be anything going on there.
I know, and it was beautiful and packed inside. So
how many people in the audience?
Oh, I don't know. I think it might have been like 900 seats.
Oh, really?
It was a big one.
Wow,
yeah, full
wonderful.
mezzanine too. Yeah. So it was pretty packed. Yeah, and
I can't encourage people enough. What I want everyone to do, I said this on the Patreon, I'm going to say it now, but I really mean it. I really, really mean it. Sometimes I say things and I want people to do them, and I mean it. I don't say it if I don't mean it, but I get upset. I let it go that I know that they're not going to do exactly what I want them to do. I want them to write. I want them to subscribe. I want them to review, pardon me, because I want our show. It costs them nothing but about 30 seconds, not even 10 seconds, 2 seconds if they're already in the app. And it means everything to the show.
Right.
And what I want them to do is I want them to go onto Netflix. I want them to hit play on your episode specifically of this special. And I will be honest with you, Naomi, I would prefer that they watch, but I could care less if they don't.
Absolutely.
Because that is the world we're living in. It matters.
Yep.
If you have sat here, if Naomi has made you laugh or even placed a wry smile on your face while you have listened to this show, because she's been on a few times, pardon me. please do me a favor. Step outside of yourself for 2 seconds.
Thank you.
And just go do that thing for me, because the algorithm means everything. Then Naomi can become a huge star. And when she's the queen of Netflix, she can make sure Ask Ronna gets their own show after that.
Absolutely.
She'll be the queen of Netflix then, and she'll be able to say, how has no one plucked Ronna Glickman out of obscurity to give her a show? That's the only, it's completely self-interested. It's the only reason that I'm doing it.